What's up, everybody? We're on the job here today. There's an odor smell coming from the basement. Every morning they go down there. This nasty sewer gas smell is coming out. The suspect is the pump up toilet system. There's a little bit of staining around the back rim, so we'll go and test that all out, see if there are any leaks or anything obvious that's happening, and try and get this rectified for him. So let's get down into the basement and see what's happening. Okay, so here is the toilet, and just around the corner here we have our pump up system. So let's go ahead and flush that toilet real quick and see if we can't see any obvious leaks. So first thing I noticed was there's some staining here. Maybe it was potentially leaking in the past. We'll also double check these tank to bowl bolts, although these look pretty good. But when we flush it, we'll just double check those too. So let's flush this. Flush looks pretty good. And if we come down here, I don't see any staining. We'll flush it a couple more times. Let it fill up, and then we'll go and check that pit. Tank to bolt gasket and bolts, they all look good. I don't see anything dripping. And again, we'll come down here. There is some staining, but there's no water there. It's dry. So I think the seal here is good. While we're here, can't see it from here, what I'll do is shine the light on this sideways. See if we can get that so that you can see it. I don't know if you see that light line. If you see this light line right here, that's our water level in the trap. So we have plenty of water in the trap. This trap is good. That should be sealed. There should be no odors coming from that. Let's come over to the tank here and look for any obvious signs of leaking. There is some signs that it had leaked in the past, but that's all staying dry. It doesn't look like there's anything leaking. Everything looks dry over here after several flushes. So I think we're good here. Next to the toilet, there is a utility sink in here. So let's check. I definitely smell some odor in here. So let's check. First, can we see water down there? I do see it reflecting, so let's go ahead. Let's get down below here. We'll do that same check. See where our water level is. This one's a little fainter. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out on camera, but I can see it. It's right here. So we do have water up to the bottom weir, and this trap should be good. Should be sealing off odors, so we're not getting odors from there. So then the next thing that we can look at, we do have some ABS into PVC, and they're probably using the combo cement. That is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. It all looks pretty solid though, and if it was a main line like this, it would probably be leaking at this point. So that all looks good. Let's check this trap. See what's going on, if anything there. I don't feel a draft necessarily from there, but it definitely smells over here. So let's double check this trap. Okay, So from the top of the standpipe here to the bottom weir, we've got about 11 inches. So theoretically, if I put this tape down to 12 inches, we should hit water. And the bottom of the tape will get wet. So that's 12 inches there. And this tape is dry. So let's see what this looks like. And I definitely smell that odor here, so I'm suspecting, yeah, it looks like that's the case. This hose comes way down into the trap, so it's probably pulling the water right out of the trap. Siphon effect back down into the washing machine and drying this trap out. What I'll do, I'll also check this pipe while I'm here, because we don't want that to be down in the trap either, which it's a little bit better, but it's still pretty close. And just for a laugh again, let's stick the tape down there. Let's see. So that's 12 inches down. We'll just stick it down. That's 15.5 inches down. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but maybe half an inch. Maybe half an inch of the tape at the bottom is wet. And that's 15.5 inches down, so there's a little bit of water right at the bottom of the trap. That's where our gas is coming from. This trap is dry. Not staying full because the washing machine hose, discharge hose, is pulling a siphon when it ends its cycle and drawing the water out of the trap back down into the washing machine, and we're getting gas back. So what I will do, I will probably just cut this off here, and I'll cut this off at, you know, a similar height so that we have a good 4 or 5 inches of air gap between the discharge hoses and the trap. Okay, so I'll cut this discharge hose right about here, and do the same for this right about there. That way we're plenty high above the surface level of the water in the trap. And while we're here, before I stick these back in, I will just fill this trap up with some water. Okay. Grab a towel quick and just dry all this off. And let's go in and we'll look at down from the top and see if we can see surface water somewhere in the standpipe. If it's only, 2 inches around, we're good to go. What's that look like, guys? Let me know. Tell me if we're good. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Just go ahead and stick this back in, and that should take care of it. Okay, so as you can see, we're losing light pretty quick here. It's the end of the day. Everything went well. Thankfully, we were able to find the odor, the source of that odor, and get that rectified. It was just a matter of cutting those tubes shorter, filling that trap up, and it should be good to go now. There's the good air gap between the discharge hose and the surface level of the trap, and we'll be good to go. So with that, everybody, if you got something out of this video and you liked it, please remember to hit that like button down below. If it intrigued you or you saw anything or have any comments, remember to drop those down below as well. And as always, please hit that subscribe button. Would very much appreciate it. Always enjoy having you guys join me on the job. So Until next time, I hope you all have a good one, and I will see you on the next job. Bye for now.